Comrades, I'm going to ask you to please assist us with one revolutionary song while we're still setting up. All power to the people. Long live the undying spirit of Matthew Koniwe, long live. Long live the undying spirit of Fort Talata, long live. Long live the undying spirit of Stelo Mhlauli, long live. Mandla. Away to comrades to the stage. I'm going to please ask for the National Organizing Committee of the SADTU Student Chapter, Comrade Tolane, Wawatu Mbuyazi, as well as Usian Mtimkulu Zigote. I'm also going, but I don't see him. I'm also going to ask for Comrade Tepi. Comrades, can we just bring these comrades up with a small a slogan while we try to locate it? welcome. I would like to officially welcome you and open
to have the coordinator and the convener. Present, it's one from the convener and it's one from the coordinator. Both are males. And then we moved to the Eastern Cape. We were expecting to have the University of Fort Hare, or we have the University of Fort Hare. We've got 4 females from them, 4 males, and then in total there are 8. They are all in full quota. We've got the Nelson Mandela University, NMU. We're expecting to have 4 females and 4 males, and all of them, they are all here. From Walter Sisulu University Comrades, we're expecting to have 4 males and 4 females. All of them are here. Then we move to Gauteng, to institutions that are in Gauteng. We've got Tshwane University of Technology, TUT. We're expecting 4 females and 4 males. We are currently having, in the house, we are having 4 females and 3 males. So we've got 7 in total. Coming to UNISA, University of South Africa, Sunnyside, comrades, we're expecting to have 6 females and 1 male. Unfortunately, we've got 5 females and 1 male, and in total there are 6. Coming to Vaal University of Technology, VUT, we're expecting to have 4 females, 4 males, and all of them are here, so there are 8 in total. Coming to Wits University, we're expecting to have 4 females, 4 males. Currently we've got 4 females and 3 males, so there are 7 in total. Coming to Free State University of Bloemfontein, we're expecting to have 4 females and 3, so we're expecting to have 4 females and 4 males, and currently we've got 3 females and 4 males, so in total we've got 7. Coming to University of Free State, which is Kwakwa, the campus, these are campuses, comrades, these are not universities. So it's University of Free State, Bloemfontein, and Kwakwa. So there's that error there. Then coming to University of Free State, Kwakwa campus, we've got 3 females, 4 males, and all of them are all here, so it's 7 in total. Coming to KwaZulu-Natal, we've got Durban University of Technology. We're expecting to have 4 females and 4 males. We do have 4 females and 4 males, so there are 8 in total. Coming to University of KwaZulu-Natal, we're expecting to have 4 females and 4 males. We have them as they are currently present in the house, so it's 8 in total. We've got UNISA Durban. We're expecting to have 5 females, 3 males, and in total we've got 5 females, 3 males. There are 8 in total. We've got University of South Africa, Richards Bay. It's 4 females. We're expecting to have 4 females and 4 males. Indeed, we've got 4 females and 4 males. There are 8 in total. There is an error there, if you notice, comrade. That was not supposed to be Durban University of Technology. That's a repetition. It was supposed to be University of Zululand, which is UNIZO. We're expecting to have 4 females and 4 males, and in total we've got 8, and they are all present. Coming to University of Limpopo, which is Teflon, we're expecting to have 2 females and 2 males. They are all present. They are 4 in total. Coming to University of Venda, Univenda, we're expecting to have 2 females and 2 males. We do have 2 females and 2 males, which is there are 4 in total. Coming to Mpumalanga, which is University of Mpumalanga, Siyabuswa, we're expecting to have 4 females, 4 males, and we're currently having 4 females and 3 females, which is 7 in total. Coming to Northwest University, which is Potchefstroom, we were expecting to have 4 females and 4 males. Currently here we are having 4 females and 4 males. Coming to University of Northwest again, which is Mahikeng campus, we're expecting to have 4 females and 4 males, and in total we've got 8, which is they are all present here. Coming to Northwest University, which is Van der Grey Park, we're expecting 4 females and 4 males, and they are all here in total. Coming to Northern Cape, which is Salt Lake, we're expecting to have 4 females and 4 males. In total, we do have 4 females and 4 males. Coming to Western Cape, we were expecting to have, coming to Western Cape, University of Western Cape, Redwood campus, we're expecting to have 4 females, 4 males, and they are all here. So we've got 4 females and 4 males, which they are in total 8 in total. CPUT, we're expecting to have 3 females, 2 males, in total they're supposed to be 5, they are all here comrades. Coming to Stellenbosch University, we're expecting to have 4 females and 4 males, And there are 8 in total, they are all present. We are moving for the adoption of both apologies and the credentials.
I am going to note hands to second the apologies as well as the adoption of credentials. Can I have at least 3 seconders, comrades? Okay, comrade, you're from? UNISA, Devon Campus. The second seconder, I see UKZN, Edgewood. And the third seconder, comrades? Yes, comrade, you're from? Sorry? Oh, yours, Kwakwa Campus. Okay, comrades, thank you very much. The credentials as well as the apologies of the IMBIZO have been duly adopted. Now I'm going to move, comrades, to the adoption. We're on item 3, the notice of convening the National Student Chapter IMBIZO. Again, I'm going to call the National Coordinator of SADTU Student Chapter. Yes.
Comrades, let's go to page 6 of our book 1. That's where the notice is. So it's the Office of the Student Chapter to Branch Coordinator and Branch Convener from the National Coordinating Committee. The subject is notice convening the first National IMBIZO, dated the 5th of May 2023. Comrade greetings, Branch Coordinator, stroke Convener. The National Coordinating Committee is convening the first National IMBIZO in line with the roadmap document that was adopted by SADTU to ensure the full functioning of the SADTU Student Chapter. Therefore, the upcoming National IMBIZO is convened as follows. The date is 27 to 30 June 2023. The time is 9 o'clock. The venue was to be confirmed at the time. The business of the National IMBIZO shall be to formulate and deliberate on policies that will guide the operations of the student chapter. The proposed agenda for the National IMBIZO, which shall be presented in a form of a program in the National IMBIZO, is outlined below. 1. Opening and welcome. 2. Apologies. 3. Credentials. 4. Notice convening the National IMBIZO. 5. Adoption of the agenda. 6. Messages of support. 7. Political report. 8. Operational report. 9. Commissions and commission reports. 10. Declaration of the National IMBIZO. 11. Closure. Delegates to this National IMBIZO shall be BTT members. Branches are requested to submit their list of delegates not later than by 9 May 2023. Branches are reminded to ensure that their delegation has a gender balance of 50-50. Delegates must submit the names that appear in their ID documents and must carry their identification documents to the National IMBIZO for identification purposes. If the branch fails to submit the list of delegates in prescribed time, the National Coordinating Committee shall appoint delegates of that particular branch. Note before, for the submission of delegates, branches must use the attached form, and there was an attachment. Comrade yours, Polani Dube, hashtag I'm a school fair.
Comrades, I am going to note hands for seconders for the notice of the convening of the SADTU Student Chapter IMBIZO. Again, I'm asking for 3 seconders, please. Comrade? Salt Lake University. I've got Comrade NW Mafike, and the last seconder, yes, Comrade? NW Vandenberg Park. Okay, comrades. The notice of the convening of the SADTU Student Chapter IMBIZO has been duly adopted. We're going to move to item number. We're going to move, comrades, to item number 4. So sorry that we're rushing through this particular program. It's just that we no longer have time, comrades. We're moving to item number 4 on the program, and that is the adoption of the agenda. Again, it will be presented. I'm going to call the national coordinator of each chapter, Comrade Orlando.
Comrades, on page 8 and 9, it is our program. So we have item 1, which is the singing of the national anthem. Item 2, which was the attendance is the adoption of credentials and apologies. Item 3, notice convening the national student chapter. Item 4, the adoption of agenda stroke program. Number 5, adoption of rules of procedures. Number 6, introduction of leaders and guests. Number 7, opening address. Number 8, message of solidarity. Number 9, messages of support, which is they are all in line, and then we go straight to 14, which is presentation by DHED, 15, presentation by DPE, 16, presentation by SACE, 17, presentation by ELRC. Then we go for our lunch, 18, activity report, 19, overview report, and then 20, Comrade Mlaud Wasekake, 21, engagements, 22, adjournment, that's for day 1, day 2. We've got 1, which is outlining, number 1, which is outlining the commissions, number 2, the breakaway into commissions, lunch, and then number 3, which is a report from commissions, 4, declaration, 5, closing remarks and announcements, 6, closure. I hereby move for the adoption of the program. Okay, comrades, I also propose that after there should be an amendment to the program. After the opening address by the SADTU president, can we have a clip that has been recorded by the GS to be presented to us to form part of the program? So I hereby move for the adoption of this program or agenda with that change.
Comrades, I'm noting for the hands to second item number 4, which was the adoption of the agenda. Comrades there at the back. Yes, with the glasses. Comrade, Western Cape. Okay. Comrade Western Cape, Comrade CPUT, and the last one, and what is this? Northwest University Funded Bay Park. Okay, thanks very much, comrades. Item number 4, which was the adoption of the agenda, has been adopted. I'm now going to move to item number 5, which is the adoption of the rules of procedure. Again, this will be presented to us by the national coordinator, Comrade Kolan. Just a minute, I see comrades there from TEFLOP. Comrades, I think before you say anything, we are having a manner in which we address each other. We've got boards, already green or yellow. So I'm not so sure you are rising on which. Okay, comrade from TEFLOP. Do we have a mic? Do we have a mic moving, comrade? Okay. I think there was another board down there. Comrade, are you sorted from Western Cape? Okay, it seems comrades are okay.
Thanks, Chair. I'm raising on a point of clarity towards the agenda. We're not sure whether we're allowed to add or subtract an item before we adopt the agenda, since I've been raising a hand thinking that you might note me first so that I can add an item if you are allowed to do so. Thanks.
Okay, I'll give Comrade National Coordinator an opportunity to answer that. Comrade from TEFLOP, next time when you are raising a point of clarity, you say you are requested to please use the yellow board. I think it's there. No, it's okay, it's fine. We will make it a point to provide you with the boards. Comrades, just to notify you, we have got boards there for you. We've got 2 green, 2 red, no yellow. The yellow board is for points of clarity, comrades. And then the green is for permission to speak, and then 2 red, my comrades, is point of order. Are we sorted with the boards? All the campuses, are they having boards on their tables? No, it's fine. We have made notes. It's 10 block. What other university does not have? No, it's fine. We're making a point to provide you coordinate. Comrades, I'm appealing to all of you to please not speak in between. Let us please practice high discipline.
Yes, having to respond to the question, understanding that this is our program, not my program. Yes, comrades are allowed to make proposals to the additions or subtractions, but that should be deliberated upon the House, and then if we reach to a particular consensus, then we move. So yes, comrades are allowed to make proposals to the additions and subtractions of their agenda.
The University of Limpopo Teflop campus, have you been answered? Are you satisfied? Okay. You are rising on permission to speak. Speak, my comrade. Sakala, okay.
Thanks, Chair. Sorry if this might be seen as being a dialogue. I raised on a point of addition to check whether we're allowed to add. And if so, I propose to add an item. So can I please get a go ahead from you, Chair?
Comrade coordinator. Okay, go ahead, Comrade Teflop.
So under commissions, we're proposing to add organizational launch, and as an item we're also seeking to add the deliberation on the proposed constitution for the student chapter. Thanks.
Okay, I'm going to call the coordinator to address that point.
Yeah, no, thanks. I think what the comrade has raised is already covered in the commissions. So if you go to page 9 of our commissions, there is commission 3 which speaks to the student chapter chart. All what we have raised is going to be covered by that commission.
Comrades, because item number 4, the adoption of agenda, was not yet adopted because we had points of clarity raised by Teflop, the University of Limpopo. I am now going to note hands to second and close the adoption of the agenda. Can I have 3 hands to second? We've got Unizulu, DUT, and the last one we've got CPUT. Thanks, comrades. We have duly adopted item number 4, which was the adoption of the agenda. Now we're moving, comrades, to item number 5, which is the adoption of the rules and procedures. Again, I'm going to call comrade coordinator Golan.
Comrades, again on book 1, let's go to page 19, book 1. So when you go to book 1, page 19, rules of procedure for this IMBIZO. 1, the meeting procedure. 1.1, the National Coordinating Committee, the NCC, presents the following rules and procedures for consideration and adoption by the National IMBIZO of the Student Charter. 1.2, the adopted rules and procedures will govern the proceedings of the National IMBIZO and are binding on all student chapter delegates and guests. Number 2, the responsibility of the chairperson. 2.1, the chairperson shall oversee the national IMBIZO. 2.2, all speakers shall address the chairperson. 2.3, the chairperson shall allow debate and discussion at his or her own discretion. 2.4, when presiding at a meeting, the chairperson shall be responsible for its conduct, for proper carrying out of its business, and shall ensure order in the meeting. 2.5, the chairperson has a responsibility to discipline whoever who will be causing problems or disruptions during the national IMBIZO proceedings. Number 3, procedure to speak. 3.1, all delegates shall indicate to be noted to speak. 3.2, point of order or clarification shall be indicated by showing the relevant card, which is red, point of order, green, permission to speak, yellow, clarity. 3.3, additions and follow-ups shall be allowed at the discretion of the chairperson. 4.1, all motions shall be presented in writing and all shall indicate the mover and the seconder. 4.2, the mover of any motion shall be allowed to speak twice, once to propose the motion and again to end the debate. 4.3, any amendment to the motion must be approved by the proposer and the seconder. Number 5, identification of text. 5.1, all those accredited to attend the national IMBIZO shall be issued with identification text which will bear the relevant details. 5.2, delegates during the duration of the national IMBIZO will be expected to display their identification text to access national IMBIZO venue, commission rooms, accommodation, and dining facilities. Let's move to the next page, which is page 20. The delegates' responsibilities. 6.1, all delegates shall take their seats prior to the time appointed for the commencement of the proceedings. Delegates are required to be punctual and observe all time stipulations. 6.2, delegates should make their contributions in accordance with the agenda and in that manner. 6.3, all interventions and motions shall be addressed to the chairperson. 6.4, all delegates must observe and uphold order during proceedings of the national IMBIZO. 6.5, the following shall not be allowed while the speaker is on the floor. Number 1 is howling. Number 2 is hissing, not kissing, comment hissing. Number 3 is shouting. Number 4 is heckling. Number 5 is jeering. Number 6 is climbing chairs and tables. And number 7 and any other similar interactions. 6.6, there shall be no smoking allowed in the national IMBIZO proceedings. 6.7, all cell phones must be switched off during the national IMBIZO proceedings. 6.8, no documents may be circulated at the national IMBIZO without prior approval of the National Coordinating Committee except motions. 6.9, all delegates are expected to keep the rooms in the same conditions they found them. Any cost incurred through breakages to the hotel property will be borne to the relevant delegate. 6.10, no firearms will be allowed in the national IMBIZO proceedings, it should be that, unless being carried by authorized security personnel with full accreditations. 6.11, dangerous weapons, explosives, and intoxicating substances are strictly prohibited in the national IMBIZO proceedings. Dangerous weapons shall include traditional weapons as well. Comrades, those are the rules that govern this national IMBIZO. So, Chairperson, I hereby move for the adoption of these rules of procedures.
Thanks very much, Coordinator. Comrades, I am going to note seconders for item number 5, the adoption of rules and procedures. I see UMP Siabusa Campus, Wusu there. Comrade, your comrade? Stellenbosch, okay. Before we can adopt, I see that we have got a comrade from Wits University, né? Yeah, you can rise.
No, thank you so much, Chair. I would like to request that you please allow option. Thank you.
Could you please repeat that, Comrade from IMBIZO?
So I was asking that, can you please start with the amendments first, then after you go to the adoption.
Comrade Coordinator? Okay, Comrade from IMBIZO, I'm advised to ask the question as to which amendment would you like seeing to take place?
I want to make amendments on 6.7.
6.7. Allow coordinator to come and speak to that point. 6.7, is that the only point you are speaking to?
Yes, because we only have this piece of note, so we'd like to use our cell phones, and probably people would want to cause chaos for no reason. I'm not being sarcastic, but they would want to say we're using cell phones. They can use any other reason to just cause chaos. So that point, can you please amend it probably to say on silent or something else, so that when we see other people using cell phones, we don't assume that they are breaking the rules.
Okay, thanks very much, Comrade Coordinator. I'm going to humbly appeal to all delegates in this hall to please put their cell phones on silent, comrades. Even if it's on flight mode, it's okay, because we are going to break in any case and you will get back to your phones. So I'm going to humbly request that we put them on silence. Nothing must ring. Before I go to, or I introduce to item number 6, I am going to ask us to please give a warm welcome to the Minister of E-Basic Education, Umam N.G. Muteka. And comrades, I did not see him. My president of the SADTU from Skukune region, the biggest region in Limpopo. Comrade Zulu, but I work in the Limpopo province, so I know that my president is from Skukune, one of the biggest regions in the province. With a very revolutionary slogan before we move to item number 6. We're now moving to item number 6, the introduction of leaders and guests. Hey, comrade, I'm very sorry in advance if I'm going to butcher your name. Comrade, can comrade please come to the front and introduce our guests? Okay, national convener with chapter wants to say a word.
Viva SADTU, viva! Viva! Comrades, before we allow the next item, can we sing another good job, comrades? Let us be vibrant. Stay in the morning, we're coming to the breakfast. And we all stand up, we have our cards, don't sit down on your head.
I'm
Thank you very much, comrades. We're now going to move to item number 6. I've already called Comrade Tepi for the introduction of guests.
I'd like to extend my greetings to the House at large. Comrade Program Director, apology accepted. I know my name is very difficult. It's either spelled wrong or written wrong. I'm used to that. So I am Comrade Tepa One. You can call me Tebu. From South University, I am the coordinator. So let me firstly start with introducing our National Working Committee. And I'll start with the President, Marope Mapila. If I call you, you just end up and greet comrades. Deputy General Secretary Nkosana Dolobi. Followed by the Vice President for Gender, Nkosi Dudu. The National Treasurer, Lindy Motswani. We are now moving to our provincial leadership, starting by Eastern Cape. The provincial secretary, Mazoto Dungwe.
Amanta. Long live the spirit of Hector Peterson, long live. Long live the spirit of Comrade Hector Peterson, long live. Kula student chapter, Kula Bo. Amanta.
The provincial chairperson,
Amanta.
State provincial chairperson, Lukombo Hape.
Amanta.
Free State provincial secretary, Muloi Mukholwane. Gauteng province, deputy chairperson, Zodwa Zwani. Gauteng province, deputy provincial secretary, NP Skumbana. Deputy provincial chair, NP Skumbana.
Amanda.
KwaZulu-Natal Province, the chairperson, Zodwa Zwane. KZN Provincial Secretary, Mamarasha
Kula student chapter kula.
Limpopo Provincial Chairperson, Devi Kondo. The Provincial Secretary, Soan Chibane.
On his behalf again,
Mpumalanga Provincial Chairperson, Kundile Opa.
Usibuku SADTU, usibuku.
Mpumalanga Provincial Secretary, Thaise Olta. Northwest Provincial Chairperson, Mainganya Kakalani.
Madimba. Victoria.
Northwest Provincial Secretary, Temba George. Northern Cape Deputy Provincial Chairperson, James Mabota. Northern Cape Provincial Chairperson, Numashe Palisa. Northern
Kula
Cape
student chapter kule. SADTU viva.
Western Cape Provincial Secretary, Kwazisibongile.
Manta. Qina student chapter qina.
Western Cape Provincial Chairperson, Busumuzi Zweni. Moving on to the National Secretary of YCN, Rwandile Takundi.
Socialism is the future.
We are now moving to the former leaders of student chapter. We have Ayanda Mbele,
Student chapter kula.
Bonke Mthenjwa,
Kula student chapter kula. Student chapter kula.
Phambili ngeSADTU phambili.
Franz Mutuba, President of Swaziland National Union of Students, Gabisile Ndunguya,
Forward to academic freedom forward. Leave SADTU, long live.
Secretary of COSAS, Tebogo Mahafana,
Viva SADTU, viva!
author of Socialism, Nomuntu Mushwa Mulaudi Wase YCL Provincial Chairperson of Gauteng, Nkosi Tethile Bonga. And then we have Umama Wetu, Umama Ejimoteha, the minister, our minister. From
to item number 7, which is the opening address by the President of the Union, Comrade Mapila. Because of time constraints, I'm going to ask that Comrade President makes his way to the podium. Small slogan, 2 seconds, Jan, while the President makes his way to the podium. Comrade, rise, please.
Mata, Karuna, all power to the people. Krach, Krach, Onsen, Manda, Ashu, Manda, Ashu, in Shivenda we say Manda. And then in response is Ashu. Matimba. Aina. Thank you very much. The chairperson of the session, to this first launch of the SADTU student chapter. Let me acknowledge the presence of the Minister of Basic Education, Mawarena, Mamitsera, Le Wafele Chibarawe, and her entourage. NEC members present here, fellow NWC members, the convener and coordinator of the student chapter, former student chapter leaders present here, and all guests. I've looked at your list of attendees. It tells me that the whole country is here. This is a step in the right direction. And for me to be part of this historic moment, it's an honor and a privilege. Of course, I'm not here on my behalf, I'm here on behalf of the National Executive Committee. I'm going to talk about the Constitution oftentimes than not. And as you were seeing here, going around, the floodgates of my tears may opened. Because you see the future of our country is here. And that future is in your hands. We were like you when we started teaching so many years ago. It's 35 years that I've been in the teaching fraternity. After 21 years of unbroken service in the classroom, I managed to become a principal after 21 years. And it was after 21 years that I was again fortunate to be nominated to become one of the national leaders. This is my 14th year resident in the National Office of SADTU. talking about these things so that one of the key things that we want to inculcate in you, the young ones, is patience. Not just patience, but respect. If you want to enjoy leadership, one of the ingredients is that you must respect. And when you respect, English teaches us that respect begets respect. So along the line, you are able to build the true society that we all are aiming for. So, in line with our constitution, you are associate members and the student chapter. You are associate members. You are not yet members, but you get to understand and know your union even before you start working. The only time you can become a member is when you're working and we are requesting the department to deduct some subscriptions from you. So on page 8 of our Constitution 7.2, it speaks on A that you are associate members. So before I go into what I have prepared here, it's important for you to know who we are and where we come from. SADTU, like a true elephant, was born on the 6th of October 1990, after having been conceived for almost 2 years through the Harare Declaration in 1988 in Zimbabwe, teacher formations as directed by the African National Congress came together. These things are there in the Constitution. It will tell you which teacher formations in the Constitution. So 2 years thereafter, those teacher formations formed one big union called SADTU. When we started, we were 30,000. But today, we are well over 265,000. The biggest teacher union in the country. So, comrades, let's thank Comrade Tim Kulu and Comrade Due for the sterling work that they have done in making sure that they bring all of you together. Let's make sure that in all our provinces, where we have teacher trainee programs, where we have teachers in waiting, that they are organized into the student chapter. I've seen in some provinces the numbers are still small. I know KZN did very well in making sure that consistently we have the student chapter and this thing spread across the country. But we must make sure that across the board, all teachers to be are organized into the student chapter. And when you are organized into the student chapter, you are able to play a role in the Progressive Youth Alliance. And you don't go out one day to go and contest for SRC positions all in the name of student chapter. That's not the intention. Because once you realize that you are many and you are not properly guided, you might end up missing the behavior. And when you miss the behavior, some would say you are misbehaving. So we hope that in line with our constitution and our values, you will continue to learn proper politics. I'm talking here proper politics, not the politics of money. Comrades, money has destroyed our youth formations. Money. Elders used young ones to fight their proxy battles by pampering them with a lot of money, and those young ones end up not doing what they're supposed to do. Under normal circumstances, the student chapter should be for teachers to be, all right? Once you've completed your studies, you give the baton to others. I hope do a campaign. I hope you're not going to have elections here, because elections are also a source of the problems that we have today. We should be saying that when we work with the provincial secretaries, and on a rotational basis perhaps, you are able to forward comrades from your institutions that will work collaboratively with the other student chapters from other provinces. If you were going to be tempted to have elections, president of the student chapter, the general secretary, you were even going to be tempted to say, no, it's not the general secretary, it's the secretary general. And the only secretary general from where we stand comes from the leader of society, the African National Congress. And all of us have general secretaries and not secretary generals. So, because positions are seen as proximity to money, and money causes all the challenges that we have. We are expecting you to serve fellow students, to assist them in their challenges while studying so that they are able to complete their studies. We know there are a number of challenges, especially from the missing middle students who can access NSFAS, but who also do not have enough to be able to, unless to be able to complete their studies unless they are fortunate to get funds and so on. So on our bended knees, we're requesting you to make sure that you don't lose the values that we hope along the way you will learn about what SADTU truly stands for. We want a culture of hard work, a culture of working together and making sure that at all given times, we don't think about ourselves but those that we serve. Because part of the challenges that we're experiencing today is that fame and popularity gets into our heads, and we start doing wrong things. Today, the 28th of June, is also the birthday of Comrade Chris Hani, born in Tofima on this day. He would have turned 81 years of age. So it's a very important day that the SADTU student chapter is formed on the same date that Chris Hani was born. but also towards the end of the June month. We know that the June month in our country, the June month is basically Youth Month in recognition of the struggles waged by the youth during the 1976 uprisings, when they fought for, or let me say, when they fought against the use of Afrikaans as a medium of instruction on a 50-50 basis with English. Because the apartheid government, as at that time, wanted to introduce Afrikaans as a medium of instruction. Some subjects, it means, were going to be done in English, half of them, and half of them were going to be done in Afrikaans. So that was the major bone of contention of the 1976 uprisings. We know that many of them were killed, many of them went into exile. That day when 20,000 learners took to the streets, about 500 of them lost their lives. Some went to join Umkodosi and so on. Now, your history was going to be as hidden as, your geography was going to be Arbris and if I still remember very well. Your maths was going to be Veskente, and so on and so on. Now, they were able to stop that. In recognition of many other struggles through the commemoration of the June 16 uprisings, the ANC-led government chose to declare the 16th of June as a public holiday and recognize the month of June as a youth month. So youth have got a very important role to play in the life of any organization. So in our case as SADTU, we now have a student chapter, which is launched on the day of the birth of Chris Hart. Let me tell you, your good selves as teachers to be, SADTU is intact. SADTU is doing very well. And SADTU is pragmatic. Did you hear me? SADTU is pragmatic. You might have heard about wage negotiations, this, that, what have you. We are very fortunate because you are at various universities, or universities if you like. And consciously, we must make sure that some among you must continue with their studies so that we have professors coming from among your good selves. Maybe after 5-6 years in the classroom, don't be lazy to continue to empower yourself. Keep in touch with the student chapter to say, how is SADTU producing its own intelligentsia in the form of professors and so on, who must go and lead our universities? So, unlike what has happened to the other youth formations, we think that you are on course. I could see the Amanda that a former student chapter was pronouncing here, that this is a real Amanda that shows that you are now getting something into your pocket on a monthly basis. So you see Amanda that is not, it's just at the doorstep, and the Amanda that is already inside. It's a slight difference. So I could see that, yeah. But the challenge is, comrades, that once you start working, there are a lot of challenges. And we were not fortunate enough to be taken through. SADTU has a wellness program, which wellness program must be shared consistently with the student chapter moving forward. One of the biggest challenges that we're facing is alcohol and drug abuse. Alcohol and drug abuse. You get into school from say 7 or from 8 up to around 4. And then from there you think that you are free, and then you form a group of young ones who make sure that they get into the bottle through and through. That's a big challenge. Your qualification, your 4-year qualification should not, and getting something should not make you think that you have arrived. It must be the beginning of bigger and better things to come. Because if you join wrong friends and you start doing wrong things, you drink every day, your body is going to tire up at some stage. Because when you drink, you are putting your kidneys on stress. You are putting your liver, that must process whatever you take, on stress. The comorbidities that you are experiencing, your high blood, your sugar diabetes, and all that, can be avoided at an early age if we live a proper life. If we exercise, we eat properly, and we continue to read and read until we go blind, perhaps, then we are on track. We are able to lead the country. So our NGC has requested that we form this team, and today is a dream come true, that we have a student chapter. And like I said, other than drug abuse, alcohol and drug abuse, we also have gender-based violence, which is a problem. And it must be uprooted. How should it be uprooted? You would be shaping the minds, the young ones. They must be taught right from the outset about the do's and don'ts if we are really to live in an equal society. But we also have a problem of populism. Populism is a challenge because populists tell people what they want to hear. They don't tell them the truth and nothing else but the truth. They tell you what you want to hear. And once you tell people what they want to hear, this thing might catch up with you at some stage. We also want to inculcate the spirit of discipline among yourselves, because that's what we want. You are a union, we are a union of revolutionary professionals, and as I said, we expect you to be part of the PYWA formations in the institutions of higher learning. And we expect that all campuses wherein there are student teachers they will have this thing of the student charter. We don't want you to fight proxy battles of leaders. Part of what is eating, what is remaining of the ANC today are factions. And you are going to assist us with recruitment and retention of our members by being innovative, coming up with what young ones would love to have. I've seen what some of the student chapters were already starting to do, your beauty contests, your Mr. and Mrs. So-and-so in the provinces, your Goombas, but to a limited extent sometimes, not excessive. That when other people will be talking about unemployed graduates, you are going to make sure that you impart the requisite skills of the young ones so that this thing of unemployed graduates must become history moving forward. But with you, I can guarantee you that many of us are on the exit. So the future is guaranteed for yourselves as teachers. The future is guaranteed. And once you are there, let's make sure that we impart the necessary skills. There is this thing of unemployed graduates when we are overproducing some skills at the expense of others. You have realized what is happening in our Tibet colleges. Many of the students there are not doing are not doing work such as plumbing, electricians, builders, and so on. The majority of them are in public administration. So we are overproducing clerks. And many of our institutions do not even require such. So there's overproduction. We don't have welders of high note. When we build in Irupi, for instance, we have to import welders from China because we don't have those skills here at home. So the SADTU that you are going to join has a constitution. It gets amended normally in congresses. This one was amended in our last congress in 2019. And I've said to you that SADTU is intact. So don't be afraid that you might be used by us, the elders, to fight our battles. All in the name of you saying this one was Ena, this one was. It's not your terrain. SADTU constitution dictates that for you to be a member, you must at least have for you to be a leader at the level of the site equals Ulu, all right? For you to be a leader at that level, at least you must have spent a year being a member of SADTU. You can't join SADTU today at the doorstep of having joined SADTU. Then you are parachuted to become a shop steward and all that. No. SADTU does not have surprise leaders. All of SADTU leaders have gone through the steps. wisely and slowly, because they stumble on those who run fast. So you are going to go into the teaching profession. You become a member for a year. When there are by-elections or whatever, they don't include you. So good leaders to be are leaders who allow themselves to be led. Now, once you qualify to become a site steward or part of the site committees constituted by 3 comrades at the level of the site, you now have to complete your term, 2 years, before you can dream of becoming a BEC member. So you must serve the site, and if the site wants you to serve them for the second term, you must not say, I've got an unbridled ambition, you are delaying me, I want to go into the BEC. No, you must serve. And once the site is satisfied, you will lobby other sites within that branch, then you can go into the branch executive committee. And the executive committee at the level of the branch is constituted by 8. Just as at national, you have 8 office bearers. It's 8. It's chairperson, deputy chairperson, is secretary, deputy secretary, is the treasurer, and the conveners. Sports, education, and gender. 8. For you to have an ambition of going to serve at the level of the region, you must have completed your term, not gone in between. You must have completed your term at the level of the branch. And a branch term is 3 years. So it means, like what I don't know, but you will be mature at that level. So that when you get the reins tomorrow, you are not surprised to say, what is this? And for you to go to the province, you must have completed your term at the level of the region. And the regional term is 3 years as well. It's 1 year being a member, 2 years serving at the level of the site, 3 years. Branch 3 years, it's 6. Region, another 3, 9. You are at the level of, we are cooking you to become a real leader. No haste. We have about, we are hoping that we will have 300,000 members plus. All right? And we're hoping that some of you will go into academia. We're hoping that some of you will really become curriculum developers. That's what we're looking for, to serve. And for you to go national, you must have gone through the province. And at the level of the province is 4 years. So it's 9 plus 4. It gives you 13. Then you are truly mature before you go to national. Remember what I said to you, before I could get an opportunity to go to national, how many years did I spend? 21. In fact, the 2014 Congress was saying those years should be doubled. But we looked at them and said, no. it is not guaranteed that the 13 years that you are supposed to spend at the lower structures, that along the way, you are not going to be contested. Along the way, it's not like you can serve one term, you pass one term, you pass. No. There are a lot of structures that will require your good skills. You must never complain and say, no, branch, I want to go to the region. You must serve. So we agree that it should be 110, 110, 110. And then you now qualify to go national. As I'm about to sit down, in honor of Comrade Chris Hani, we should commit ourselves to say we really demand an education system that responds creatively to the needs of our society today. Decent infrastructure, decent school furniture, decent sanitation, adequate learner and teacher support materials, school libraries, and well-functioning science and computer laboratories. These are the tools that will assist us to do what we're supposed to do. Because if you ask many of our parents, who oftentimes bury themselves alive in the veil of the earth, working in the mines, you ask them why are they burying themselves alive, they will tell you it's for the sake of the future of our children. So if people go all out, mining used to carry on its shoulders the economy of this country. Although today we have a challenge of zamazamas, what have you, because a lot of those mines have been abandoned, not taken good care of, and it's causing a lot of problems, especially around here. So, in line with the Freedom Charter, we must say the doors of learning and culture shall be opened in our lifetime, and make sure that we take matters of education forward. You are aware that there is an international study that has been concluded that was speaking about the challenges our learners are having, especially grade 4 onwards, on reading with comprehension. So we must work hard to make sure that we read some of those things from our schools. And the Department of Basic Education has come up with a program across all provinces to make sure that we address these challenges as they are. We must work tirelessly towards the future that will be able to produce learners that are creators of knowledge and not merely consumers. Learners that are facilitators of learning and not merely transmitters. Your good selves, the shapers of character and not merely participants. Leaders of education change and not merely followers. That's what we're looking for from your good selves. As I sit down, some of you might spend lesser years in the teaching fraternity if you are not properly guided, especially on the following. There are teachers who have sexual relationship with learners. It's a big challenge. There is something called South African Council of Educators. Once found guilty, you are struck off and you can't become a teacher anymore. So, SADTU members must never ever engage in sexual relationship with learners. If what we do with a member that we see and know that he's doing something wrong, we must find a way of reporting them to either the branch, the region, or the province, so that if on your own you're not able to deal with that member, the union must be able to withdraw the membership of that person, because it's not a true SADTU member. SADTU has a code of conduct I'm sure you might have been given diaries. In those diaries, there is a code of conduct. What is expected of you? How do you relate with learners? Corporal punishment in this country is outlawed, and we don't expect you to practice. There are teachers who have lost their opportunity to continue teaching because of practicing corporal punishment. There is also a challenge of investment of funds. Sometimes you are given a responsibility to deal with school funds. Then you invest on those funds in collaboration with others. Once caught, you are out. There is also jostling for promotional posts, which we regard as the little black spot waiting in the fullness of time to destroy all of us. Because some of our branches, they made sure that it must be them and them alone at the expense of everybody. You can't jostle to get into the branch so that you are able to dish out positions that you look at yourself. Once you have acquired that position, then you start looking at your friends. Once they are finished, then you consider selling. Once caught, you are off. In this country, we don't have National Teachers Day. We have International Teachers Day. We don't have National Teachers Day. SADTU will work very hard to make sure that one day we have a National Teachers Day in recognition of the good work that teachers are doing in this country. All of the best in your journey as you are about to start in the teaching profession. We are almost in the exit. I've said to you, it's 35 years that I've been talking and talking. And with you, it's different. There is a lot of technology that is assisting you to do your work with ease. All of the best. Be your good selves, be well behaved. One day you will be rewarded. Don't reward yourself. And don't boast among your peers and so on because of some little flowers that you will get along the way. When we are with you until you are told that this one is the president, this one is the general secretary, you will never know because we are down to earth. That's what represents our union. Thank you. Amen.
Delegates, comrades, IMBIZO Hotel has provided us with pens and papers. So I am appealing that you please use these things. You don't just listen passively. You you write notes because later on we will be engaging on everything that would have been spoken about by the speakers. I'm going to ask Ukol from Umam Eji. She's in a rush. But we're asking Comrade Minister Mam Eji to please allow Comrade Coordinator to introduce President Wesnus. Thereafter, we're going to allow Mam Eji to give us a presentation. Comrade Bola.
No, thanks with that. The minister has just indicated to me that she's in the rush, but I can get here to say, can we have an appeal that the president of SNAS comes first, then her. So, comrade, we in our midst, and in terms of the person who's going to be presenting here is the president of Swaziland National Union of Students. She's also the CEC of the Communist Party of Swaziland. One thing that is very much important about her is that she's also a student teacher as well. So let's welcome Comrade Kapsile Lubuya, who is also known as Gabi when her friends call her in Swaziland. Comrade Kapsile.
Long live SADTU, long live. Long live. Long live SADTU student chapter, long live. Long live. Forward to the